Hey guys, it's Flota and welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today, I'm going to go through days 42 to 49 of my journeys on my island called Mootopia. Not a lot of stuff happened at the beginning of the week, just like, you know, every single week. But as the week progressed, it turned into the month of May, which means that there's going to be a ton of new content coming into the future, which is super exciting. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Day 42 started out just like any normal day, checking my mail, hitting it with a net apparently, and seeing that there's not a lot of stuff inside. Luckily, Deli was making a DIY recipe project being a music stand, and in real life I am definitely a very musical person, so having this makes me feel inspired to make a music room in my house once I actually have room. Next up, I wanted to check up on Rooney, but Hippeux wanted to teach me a reaction instead, drawing more reaction problems, because I want to learn as many as I can. I reset the game, shook a money tree, and found that
the stupid blue mouse wanted to teach me a mother-freaking reaction.
But good thing Octavian was there to save the day once again, because he decided to teach me a very worried look, which is just worriness, which for some reason complements the situation. Man, Octavian's one of the most crankiest villagers, and he's probably the most relatable. With those shenanigans over, not a lot of stuff happened around town, other than ACNH having a weird conversation as you see here, but don't worry, the rest of the week will definitely be a little bit more, entertaining. And here is day 43. The sun is out, the mail is in, because today is actually May 1st of 2020, meaning we have gone through 3 of the 12 months of the year in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And of course, there was plenty of mail for me to read from Deli, my mom, and a very low interest rate from Tom Nook. Coincidentally, there was also a brand new villager staying at the campsite, and this is pretty nice because I really need to get rid of Hippeux. And the new villager is none other than Tutu the Peppy Bear, who looks pretty nice. I don't really have much attraction to her, but she'd be a great replacement to Hippeux, which I'm going to be doing right now. By using the campsite method developed by Tagback TV, which you should look up on your own time on YouTube, basically I'm able to reset the game in case Tutu decides that they want to get rid of a villager that I like. Instead of picking yes or no, which locks in the option for that specific villager to be moved out, I'm able to reset the game so Tutu can pick a different option, which of course I want to be Hippeux. And this took a half an hour to do. Now it might be quicker for some, or it might take literally days, but it is worth it in the end because Hippeux is trash and needs to go away. With that out of the way, Hippeux is automatically set in boxes, which is pretty depressing to be honest, just getting forced out of town. Even though he is moving, I'm still going to miss the little bit of rivalry that's on Mootopia, because it made life a little interesting. Next up, I decided to stop by Town Hall to obtain my May Day ticket. Basically, at the beginning of May, there's a special event that occurs where you're able to go on an exclusive island tour to celebrate working hard throughout the year. Or, well, just the past times on this island so far. After landing right on shore, Wilbur decides to tell me about this May Day Island tour. Basically, I have to go through this entire island maze with no tools. Now, I'm able to reset with the rescue service, but I'm not a wimp. So, yeah, this is a little bit of a fun challenge that you're able to attend, and right now, there's really no goal or no end in sight. But don't worry, you'll be able to see some stuff in the background. Here's the following footage on how I solved the maze, and well, I did get a little bit lost near the end, so mind the transitions. After chopping down some trees and obtaining bell vouchers, I was able to talk to the person that was at the end of the maze, whose name is Rover. Huh? Hey, we met before, you seem kind of familiar, but, oh, sorry, I've been traveling to a lot of different islands lately. I'm pretty bad with names and faces. This is my first time on this island. It's a pretty weird island, isn't it? What brings you here anyway? Wait, do you know Tom Nook? He's the reason I'm here too. I mean, I'm here because he invited me. He told me he put together a very interesting attraction on this island. I should check it out. I didn't expect to find a maze. What a surprise. So if you know Tom Nook, does that mean you live on the same island as he does? Neat. I heard Nook's been putting a ton of work into that place. What was it called again? Oh yeah, Mootopia, right? I knew it. Hey, you're pretty interesting, you know? If all your island folks are this much fun, I bet Mootopia's great. You got a name, by the way? Flota, eh? Great name. Great name. I'm glad we met, Flota. I want to commemorate this occasion by giving you a gift. So great to meet you. I mean, what are the odds? I really didn't expect to have this much fun here. One thing's for sure, I'm hoping fate will bring us together again sometime. See you later. With that out of the way, I was able to talk to Wilbur to basically fly me home. Now, you can only visit this island once, so it was important that I got everything. But I think I got everything. I got a new thing from Rover and some bell vouchers. With the festivities done for the day, I find Gulliver passed out on the beach again. Like, seriously, why? How dumb is this stupid bird? Well, not actually stupid, he's a beautiful bird. But who lands on the same beach like 5 million times? Like, is he trying to learn to fly? After that, I decided to use some iron and stone fencing that I recently got from the Nook Mile stop to add some more texture to the overall look of the urban area. I'm still debating on whether I want to use it for the whole entire fencing of the urban area or to not use it at all, but so far it's looking pretty good. Afterwards, I decided to move Hopkins' house next to Rudy's house because that's what was my intent ever since I created the urban idea. To end off the day, I decided to send a very nice and loving letter to Hippeux for moving out. I also saw Agent S and Rudy being super cute by singing in the plaza, which was pretty nice. And lastly, I decided to pay off the incline project. Next up is day number 44, and it's pretty rainy today. It doesn't really usually rain in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I'm kind of surprised it actually started to shower today. The first thing that I did for the day was to go to Tutu's new house plot. Hippough's house is finally gone. After that, I decided to do some construction activities related to the mini island project. It's been a little while since I've actually done anything, so the first thing that I decided to do was to plant a ton of trees. The main goal of this project is to create a grotto for my house and my personal area, so what's not better to line the cliffs with tons of trees and shrubbery. I also decided to start a new bridge project to connect the park to the other areas of the island. And lastly, to finish off the day, I decided to hand Rooney his lost item, which was magically dropped somewhere. Yeah, I just kind of found it while doing construction, and he gave me a casual kimono. Now it is day 45, and it's a beautiful Sunday morning, the sun shining right into my face, so I gotta get that hat. There's plenty of stuff in the mail today, and my Happy Home Academy score actually surprised me because I got a rank S, I believe for the very first time, so I really appreciate it. Walking around the plaza, I see that Leaf has set up his garden shop, which is perfect because I really want to plant bushes around the island. I continued this pace around the island until Deli wanted me to learn a new reaction from him, which was the mistaken reaction. I also love how he likes the star that comes out of the sky from absolutely nowhere. It actually made me laugh and still makes me laugh. I also decided to meet Tutu for the very first time in her house, and it's looking pretty pink so far. I'm actually very excited to see what the final outcome will be tomorrow. And at 11:58 a.m., I stopped by to get those dang turnips from Daisy Mae. She's selling them at a very, very low price of 100 bells per turnip, which is perfect because I don't even have enough money anyways to buy turnips, but I'm still buying them so I can try and gamble in a very successful manner. So I decided to buy 360 turnips. Next up, I decided to do some spring cleaning and empty my storage. There was a ton of random clothing and furniture objects that I really needed to get rid of because I would have probably never used them. And plus, I can order them back via Nook Shopping. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I gave gifts to Renee, Rooney, and Hopkins, and of course, the best for last has to be Octavian, which I gave a workout top. He's gonna be looking pretty sweaty because he's gonna run with Rudy. Next up, I decided to plant a ton of bushes on the side of the plaza to create some sort of natural fencing. I do plan on switching these bushes month by month or whenever they become off a season, so it can really follow the seasons of the island in general, and I think it's pretty cool and way better than fencing. After that was done, I decided to talk to Hopkins and Renee, who had a very interesting conversation. Take a look. Now it's time for day 46, and it's raining again. The second time this week, which is not usually the case in Utopia. Nonetheless, Daisy May decided to send me a gift and Deli a weird letter. I decided to walk into the plaza and I see Leaf is there once again. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm going to take as much bushes as I can and run. Also, this happened. Next, I decided to go to Tutu's house, and it's pretty pink and pretty nice. I'm very glad that she has a good-looking house compared to most of my other villagers. With not much to do, I decided to buy a TV camera from Nook's Cranny, and it came to me all of a sudden, but what if one section of my island was just a TV set? And I immediately started to do that. In the northeastern part of the island, there really wasn't anything useful other than a ton of trees and the Statue of Liberty and just some nice sights. I wanted this area to be nice and populated, and so this is actually a perfect way to actually add more furniture and increase my town rating. With that day going by so fast, day 47 came up a little bit too quickly. But nonetheless, I opened up my mailbox to see that Rooney sent me a great letter appreciating my hard work. Also, the scammer came and tried to scam me. Very nice, Sahara, very nice. Nonetheless, I decided to go straight back to working on the TV set because I think it's just a genius idea. First off, I decided to place down some pathing and some more fencing to kind of section it off a little bit. Also, Isabel keeps nagging me to create new fencing for the island, so I decided to line it up across the beach as well. I also decided to craft some palm tree lamps, which I got from a crafting recipe that I obtained from a long time ago. I decided to craft around 3 or 4 to line up on the western beach. This area is relatively close to the city, having a pier and just having a ton of interesting natural features, which I want to feature attractions on, and what's not better than artificial palm trees. And to end off the day, Rooney decided to teach me a brand new reaction. Literally just nodding your head up and down. This is mind-blowing, everyone. Agree with me, agree with me. It's so mind-blowing. Next up is day 48, and the sun is shining. And some of you may be wondering, Floda, why do you have a golden rose? You don't even have the golden watering can yet. Well, I got that from one of my friends, and I decided to just place it next to my house because I thought it looked cool. But something that's not so golden is Renee wanting to move out. I know that I didn't really like her at first, but she's one of my original villagers and I just can't give her up yet. But only if I can pass the thought bubble onto Broccolo using a very specific method. After resetting, I decided to stop by Kick's stand-up shop and I see that there's a wider selection of bags than normal. Not amount, but more like the awesomeness. And just like the last few days, I decided to go straight to the TV set to start building my first set. This is going to be some sort of a city or coastal city area, hence with the fencing along the coastline. And I don't really know where this is going to play in a story. All I know it's just going to be a very dramatic and maybe romantic story. I decided to place a phone box along with some new bushes and pathing to create some sort of a city feel. I also decided to sell my turnips for 132 bells per because it brought me to a profit of 10,000 bells, which is pretty nice considering I'm not good at gambling. Now it's time to end off the video on day 49, another chill day on Utopia. And it got even more beautiful because Red finally was in town, docked in the North Shore, to give me some amazing paintings. The first painting is fake because I believe that this man is supposed to be smiling and that the fingers on his left hand or the farthest hand is not right. This painting is also fake because your earring is a star and not a circle. But this last painting is real because it has the wheat tuft on the right. So I immediately bought it for the museum. And also the other painting was the Starry Night, which I already donated. With not much else to do, I decided to place down a pool for the TV set. I have no idea how it's going to be included in the story, but I'm placing down a pool, gosh dang it. After this, I'm going to halt the production on the new TV sets because it's actually very expensive to get the equipment and the set pieces that I need. For example, the TV camera is 14K bells each, and I would like to have different varieties of colors as well. Also, I see that Agent S wants to move as well, meaning that the thought bubble is moving around if I don't talk to the villager that has it. Unfortunately, it's not on Broccolo just yet, but we're getting close via color. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know that the format that I'm trying to do for today's video is a little bit weird, but hopefully you do enjoy it. It does make these videos relatively shorter and a lot more easier to watch. Nonetheless, KK is going to end it off with stale cupcakes, so I gotta go. Bye-bye.
Me